Hey, it's Dr. here again. In the previous video, we discussed about the common reasons for procrastination and how to stop procrastination. In this video, I will show you some specific methods for better time management. And with regard to efficiency and productivity, very often it is more about energy management in addition to just time management. There are two basic rules for the management of time and energy. They are the two S: separate and simplify. The first rule is to separate. That means we want to separate our tasks from any possible distractions. In time management, a very effective method is called time blocking or time boxing. The idea is by dedicating a certain block of time to a specific task, we block off our tasks from possible interruptions or distractions. However, if we block time for each task we have and schedule the entire day, that may be too constraining to many people. My suggestion is, in our daily schedule, we should at least have two blocks of time. One block for complex tasks and one block for simple tasks. That is because the mental status required for these two types of tasks are different. For complex tasks, we often need to be in a focus mode. But for simple tasks, we could be in a diffused or relaxed mode. In the video about procrastination, I mentioned that there are two types of procrastination. The reason we are procrastinating on complex tasks is often that we're not sure how to start, and it is difficult to enter the focus mode needed for complex tasks. And the reason we are procrastinating on simple tasks is often that there are stress in our life, and that stress is often related with some complex tasks we are struggling with. By separating these two types of tasks using time block, we minimize procrastination for both of complex and simple tasks. On the one hand, when we have a time block for complex tasks, we can minimize possible distractions from simple tasks, and it will be easier for us to enter the focus mode needed for deep work. And on the other hand, when we have a time block just for simple tasks, we temporarily release ourselves from whatever complex tasks we have. In this way, we do not allow the stress from complex tasks to delay other tasks we have on hand. During the time block for simple tasks, it may be a good idea to complete the easier tasks first. Tasks that can be completed within 5 minutes should be done immediately whenever possible. Completing easy tasks can give us a sense of accomplishment and a momentum of work energy, so we will be more energetic for remaining tasks. For the time block for the complex tasks, the beginning is also very important. It would be very helpful if we can develop a certain routine to start the time block. A routine that can create a sense of rituality that can help us to enter the focus mode we need for deep work. It is like an appetizer before the main course. Different people may need different kind of appetizer. We just need to try and find the appetizer that works for us. It could be as simple as just count 1, 2, 3 and start, just as what we may do before jump into cold water. When we have multiple complex tasks need to be handled, we may make a list of all the tasks, put all the tasks before us on the desk, and try them one by one. And we can choose the task that is easiest for us to focus on. For example, we may be procrastinating on task A. By comparing task A and task B, we may find it is easier to focus on task B today. Then we will just work on task B today. The idea is, on different day, we may have different mood for different tasks. By comparing, some originally intimidating tasks may look easier, and it would be easier for us to enter the focus mode for that task. We should be satisfied as long as we are able to work on at least one of the complex tasks. And later, we may have to give more strategic thinking on the difficult task that we have procrastinated for a long time. Further divide or simplify that task. This is for our daily schedule. We should have one time block for complex tasks and one time block for simple tasks. And for our weekly schedule, we should have 2 more time blocks. One block for tasks that deal with people, and one block for tasks that save time in the future. In the time block for tasks that deal with people, we think of 2 things. First, we should think, who do we need to reach out to improve our productivity? Second, we should check with people who we are waiting on. We may need to chase people down to be more productive as a team worker. Having a separate time block for people tasks reminds us to check with people regularly and in the same time minimize the distractions to our own work. The other time block we want on our weekly schedule is the time block for tasks that save time in the future. We should allow us to spend time on things that may seem not important today, but will give us more time in the future. We should take time to ask ourselves, what can I do today to make the future better? It may be a strategic thinking time. It may also be a time to study a new tool. A time block for people will allow us to save more time by using other people's time effectively. A time block for future will allow us to save more time by thinking ahead. So that is the rule of separate for time management. We use time blocking to help us to focus. The other rule is simplify for energy management. The idea is the total energy we have is limited. If we have less options in our life, then we can have more energy to focus. Less options for more focus. You may notice that many high-performance people, such as Steve Jobs and Mark Zuckerberg, they always wear the same style of shirts in their daily life. One reason is that they do not want to spend energy on deciding less important stuff, such as what to wear. They prefer to save energy as much as possible so that they can maximize their focus on their work. Thanks for watching. I am Dr. Liu with research tips for the underdogs. Separate and simplify are the 2 basic rules that can help us to focus. Until next time, let's learn how to separate and how to simplify our tasks for a more focused life.